Well, good morning, Storehouse family. I hope that you are doing well. Here is your video update for the month of March. All right, guys, so as we get into the video, I just want to preface by saying there are 5 updates. I think this is the most in the last couple of months, so I hope you stay with me. And if I lose you at any point, obviously you can always go back to the start of this video or visit the website to learn a little bit more about some of the updates we have coming up. So with that being said, here is your first update. The first update is one on communication, and this is really an apology. And so I just want to apologize if y'all have seen or felt as though our communication at getting things out, events, classes, things like that has been a little bit behind the curve. And the truth is, it's because it has. And so we've been working diligently on making sure that the website is kept up to date. But in addition to that, that you are getting information well in advance so that you can plan to attend these classes, events, and workshops. So just rest assured that we're aware of the issue, and we've been working hard to make sure that we push forward in our communication so that y'all have everything you need to attend these wonderful events. For your second update, this is concerning the women's gathering. This is taking place on March 11th. If you visit our website, you'll notice that there will be dates for every single one of the women's gatherings from here through the rest of the spring. So ladies, if you didn't get to attend the first one, visit the website to register and sign up, and also receive your copy of Women of the Word by Jen Wilkin, which is the resource our ladies are walking through this year. Once more, the next women's gathering is scheduled for Saturday, March 11th, and I believe that is from 10 to 11 a.m. at our Main Street offices. For your third update, this is something that I think we barely mentioned this past Sunday, so we're about 3 weeks out from this next update, and that is concerning March 21st. We're going to be introducing something called Table Talk, conversations about faith and culture. One of the things that I've mentioned from the pulpit is that Roosevelt's, which is the neighborhood pub on Main Street, has invited us to host a public forum on a variety of different topics. And so what we're going to be doing on March 21st is giving this short, I don't want to call it a lecture, but this short talk on a specific topic that they're asking me to speak on. And then we're going to distribute a couple of questions for conversations around the tables in the patio at Roosevelt's. The goal of this is to create conversation, to engage in conversation, not only with one another, but in particular with those who don't know Jesus. And so if you are interested, email me, marco@storehousemcallen.com. I'll give you more information for the forum and see how you could help maybe stir some conversation. But for now, make sure that you check your calendar for March 21st. That's a Tuesday, as we host our first table talk at Roosevelt's. I believe we are on our 4th update. For this update, it is concerning Paradox Wednesday. Last year, we introduced this midweek service around this time in preparation for Holy Week. And we're going to do something very similar this year. You may have noticed that we didn't have an Ash Wednesday service, but we did release a Lent video sermon. The reason for that is because Valley Community Church uses both of their buildings on Wednesday nights, and so we didn't have a location, and former locations that we've used do not take reservations anymore. So what we decided was, when it came to Ash Wednesday or our Lent service, in addition to Paradox Wednesday, we decided to move those online, at least for this year, until we come up with some other options. With that being said, be sure to keep a lookout on March 29th, that's a Wednesday, on our website and our social media channels for the Paradox Wednesday video sermon. All this sermon is really just a preparation for Holy Week. As we as a church enter Holy Week, this would be a wonderful video to watch with your community group, with your family, even for personal devotion as we gear up to observe all that is Holy Week the week after Paradox Wednesday. And for your last announcement or your last update, I mentioned last month that I would give you a giving update for the first quarter of the year, and I have some wonderful news. I'll try to go in steps, right, or in points. The first good news that I have is that giving is up 20% from this time last year. So thank y'all so much for your generosity and your giving and your faithfulness. And just knowing that giving begins with grace. Y'all are doing so wonderful, and I am so grateful to God for y'all. So giving is up 20% this year. In addition to that, for the months of January and February, we hit our mark on our budget every month. So again, praise God for that. And as we've walked into March, we'll see how we do in March. But as of right now, we've been hitting our budget every week. To give you an idea of what that budget looks like, I'll give you two quick breakdowns. The first one is by week. In other words, how much have we budgeted every week to hopefully come in through giving. And so we budget about $2,900 a week, which amounts to a little over $11,000 a month. And so again, for January and February, we have met our budget, and so praise God for that. You may have also noticed that when January started, we kind of hit the ground running with classes and events and different things that we've been introducing to y'all. With all of that being said, we are walking into this next quarter of the year, and so there might be some expenses. We're still checking it out because now we will have been in our new office space for the last several months, and so there might be some expenses that are coming up that may require us to, and when I say dip into savings, I don't mean we're pulling a ton of money. I'm just talking about some expenses that we didn't foresee now that we've gotten used to being in our space. That may happen, that may not happen. All of it was budgeted conservatively as we walked into 23. I just want to give you a heads up in the event that that does happen. For now, let us celebrate the goodness of God's grace and your generosity because of His work in you. We're up 20% from this time last year. January and February, we hit our budget. And if you're curious about numbers, what that budget looks like, per week, it's about $2,900. To be specific, it's $2,982. In a month's time, over the course of 4 weeks, that's about $11,000 a month. So once more, thank y'all so much for your generosity. Well, Storehouse family, those are all of your updates. This video was a little bit longer, but we have a lot of things coming up and happening behind the scenes. In the event that you want more information, please feel free to email me or visit the website, StorehouseMcAllen.com. There you'll find all of the dates and times for everything that is coming up, in addition to a tab on our resources, which I encourage you to visit. On that resource tab, you can download discipleship guides or devotionals. You can listen to teaching audio from classes that we've done in the past. That is just a quick plug for our resources, but that's all I have for y'all. I love y'all. I'm praying for you this week, and I look forward to seeing y'all on Sunday afternoon.